As teachers, we seek to be inclusive practitioners, ensuring that every pupil can access the curriculum and achieve. However, this was brought into question during the last placement when the same children were taken out of class to work directly with the teaching assistant during core subjects. I decided to rectify this lack of inclusivity, and the child's response was profound.
Am I really allowed to work in the classroom with everybody else?
From this, a question emerged. Does using a TA to constantly work with a set group outside of the classroom adversely affect inclusion? The ramifications of children being excluded from whole class teaching can, in some instances, be severe. Leading academics have noted that pupils who are removed from the classroom environment in this way can become emotionally dependent on the TA. In this instance, the TA ceases to add value to the academic development of the child and instead becomes a physical barrier to learning. However, this is not the only drawback. Research suggests that pupils who spend a large percentage of their time isolated from their peers and away from whole class teaching fail to make meaningful relationships, in turn preventing them from feeling included.
I feel stupid when the TA takes me out of lesson to help me with my maths. It's like I can feel people laughing at me.
TA deployment is one of the most important yet challenging aspects of a teacher's role. We all too often drift into a situation where TAs are being used as an informal teaching resource for low attaining pupils. In order to remedy this, it is paramount that TAs are empowered to enrich whole class teaching and are not used as a replacement for it. They should support all abilities and remain within the classroom as much as possible. Through adopting this approach, a TA can facilitate peer support and encourage children to work together, in turn promoting higher levels of attainment and inclusion. In order for this to be successful, TA feedback is vital. The assessment for learning conducted by a TA should feed directly into lesson plans in order to ensure that each lesson is well differentiated and inclusive for all. For this to be achieved, the teacher has to establish a clear role for the TA and allow feedback time to ensure every child is stretched and supported as needed. As student teachers, we have the benefit of closely observing teachers and TAs in practice. The observed child's lack of motivation initiated a shift in thinking, and practice was evaluated to comprehend the pupil's social and emotional well-being, as well as that of attainment. This narrative is not to suggest that focused interventions or group work outside of the classroom eliminates inclusive practice altogether. Nevertheless, effective usage of the TA can enable interventions or group work to take place which prevent pupils from being excluded from the classroom. Therefore, future practice should ensure a proficient degree of preparedness and effective communication with the TA. This will also alleviate some pressure from the teacher and enable a particular target group to receive more focused teacher support. Previous experience, however, has highlighted common complications such as limited time, resources, and a requirement for the TA to support another class.